Hello, this is a recording to show you how to read the reports out of QuickBooks Online, how they then correlate to the BAS report, which gets sent to you so that you can authorise the BAS before your bookkeeper or your BAS agent or your tax agent can lodge it on your behalf. Donna from In the Black, Bookkeeping and Beyond, and here we go. So this is the first report that you will get for your authority. This is an amalgamation of all the reports in a summary and is exactly laid out how the tax office wants it. So in this case, this is an accruals basis, but cash method for the purposes of cross-checking is exactly the same. As long as your reports are called on a cash method, then you'll be fine if your BAS is on a cash method here. And conversely, if your BAS is called on an accruals basis, as long as your report's called on an accruals basis, then you're cross-checking the same things. You've got apples and apples and oranges and oranges. So your company name will be here, or your entity name will be in this position here. The month of the BAS will be here, and you can ignore this. I've actually just copied from one that was already lodged. So the first area that you come to, which is your sales area. So we've got GST and total sales, G1. That's all mostly tax office speak. You don't have to worry too much about it. But this figure here, 141676. So you should have some supporting reports which are sent to you with your BAS report for authorisation. And the first one will be the GST summary report. So I'll just click across to that. Here's our GST summary report, and you can see it very helpfully says here, G1 total sales, 141677. Now, occasionally there'll be a variation of $1 or $2 up or down. The tax office only deals in whole dollars, so if there's a small variation from this summary report to the actual BAS report, that's all fine. It's just the rounding in the background of the program. So this is the first thing to check, G1. 141677. We go back to our BAS report, 141676. So we're within $1 there, so we know that one's correct. The next one here is 1A, the GST you collected on the sales. The BAS report says 2722. So we go back to our summary report, and here we are, 1A, 2722. So there we go, 1A, GST on sales, 2722. So that cross-checks. Go back to our BAS report for the next thing that it has got here. Now, this next one is the GST you paid on the purchases, which is 1B, 9276. Back to our summary report, and we're looking for 1B. Now, you'll notice that this one here says 9199. So you're thinking, oh, something's wrong here. My report is wrong. But if we scroll down a bit further in the report, either the report or the BAS, you'll see that there's this font here in red, and it says transactions in a previous GST period were changed. So that means that something with GST on it, either in the sales or in the purchases. In this example, it's just the purchases. But something has been changed in the program after you've lodged a previous BAS. So what this program does, it's really smart. It says, okay, we're not going to go back and change that old BAS. We're going to leave the previous BAS that was lodged as is. But any of those changes, we're going to bring those forward into the next BAS that is lodged. And it comes up and it tells you this in the red font so that you know that in this summary report, there's some other things to add to it. So we've got 1B, 9199, and I've just made a little note here that you need to check the summary report. So we've got 9199 in the summary report. And if we go to this report here, the GST amendment report, that will also be sent to you in your supporting documentation when the BAS is sent for authority. And if we add those figures together, so we've got 77 plus, go back to our summary, 9199 equals 9276, which is what we have there, 9276. And occasionally things on this summary report, on the amendment report, I beg your pardon, will have to do with the sales side as well. In this particular example, it's only the purchases. You can see right there, it's adding it into the purchases. So back to our BAS report. So we've checked all those figures. Then the next, if you report wages to the tax office, this will be the next report that you'll need to cross-check. So total pay-as-you-go withholding, total salary, W1, we've got 34550, and if we go to our pay-as-you-go withholding report, 34550, and again the tax office only deals in whole dollars, so they could have a variance up or down $1. So 34550, we know that's correct. And then the next thing is the pay-as-you-go withheld for employees. So in old school speak, that was the group tax, now referred to as pay-as-you-go withheld. So the figure we've got there is 4515. Go back to our pay-as-you-go report, 4515. So you can see that there, and it even tells you there. It goes into W2 and it goes into slot 4. Back to here. So here it is at W2. We scroll down a bit and things start to look a little bit different now. But essentially what happens is whatever's in W2 goes down to W5, as long as you've got all your pay-as-you-go withholding. This is a very simplified explanation. Okay, so the next thing we've got here is 8A. It says 7237. And that is basically the difference between that is 1A plus W2. So if we go back up and have a look at 1A, so 1A, we owe the tax office 2722 plus W2, I beg your pardon, W2 is 4515. That gives us 7237. So that's the 8A figure. And the 8B figure is how much the tax office owes you. That's 9276, so that feeds down through to here. So we've got 7237, 9276. We deduct the 9276 from the 7237, and you should get the refund here at 0.9. That's a refund, your refund amount of $2,039. If your 8A figure is higher than your 8B figure, then that amount will be payable to the tax office. And it's simple as that. Once you've performed those cross checks, you can then contact your friendly BAS agent. Hopefully it's Donna from In the Black Bookkeeping and Beyond, and let them know that the BAS has been authorised and can be lodged. Thanks very much. Stay tuned for some more videos.